fish of the day.
Well, good morning folks. I drive across the fens this morning. I'm making my way to what they call the clay pit, which was a pit that was dug many years ago to provide clay for constructing some of the dikes in the fens. Still water again. I'm going to fish what I term the side ponds, which are little stock ponds, with the hope of perhaps a late season tench. It's not a very long trip for me this, it's fairly local. I've been checking the river levels, and despite having a bit of rain last weekend with Storm Amy, quite a bit of rain in fact, according to the government, river levels doesn't seem to have made much of an impact on our local rivers, so I've decided to have another go on the still water. It's like driving on a scenic railway here. This road is absolutely appalling. Mind you, a lot of the fen roads are like this. They get heavy traffic, and because most of the roads are sort of a level above the adjacent fields, what tends to happen is they tend to slide sideways into the fields. So they're constantly having to be repaired. Anyway, I'll come back to you when we get there. Okay, we're almost there. Just got to go down this little road here, which is rather well, for a low slum car like mine, it's horrendous, quite frankly. The art is to try and pick a route where I don't straddle the raised bit in the middle, because if I do, all it does is catch the sump or the exhaust. Not the best car for fishing, this really. Well, the not so good news is there might be someone fishing where I normally fish. I'm not sure. There's a car down there where I normally park. We'll see. Be careful here. This is another road that can take the bottom of the car. Well, I've just unloaded my gear. Oh dear, I cannot believe how low the water levels are in these lakes and rivers. I've never seen it like this. I mean to say, in the winter, the water was over the board there, over the timbers at the edge. So what is that? That must be, I don't know, 3 feet, good 3 feet down, maybe more. So I really do not know. I really do not know what's in store for us today. But we'll give it a go. Now we're here. Yeah, unbelievable. Having said that, a fish just there was a big splash out there. Something's moving around. We'll see how it goes. Well, I'm all set up and ready to go. I haven't plumbed the depth yet. I'll be a bit shocked when I do, I think. But yeah, another guy's turned up. So there's now three of us on these little ponds, and there are only really 4 swims. So I was really lucky to get in today. But I was talking to the guy who's just arrived, and he said he's never seen so many people here. Which 3 of us is not a lot, I know, but he said normally he's on his own, and that's true of me as well. So yeah, there's 3 of us. So we're all hoping against hope that despite the shallow water, we might catch something. So we'll see what happens, shall we? Anyway, I won't rabbit on anymore. I'll get started and we'll see how it goes. Hello, folks. Well, I just plumbed up. I'm on the same tackle I was on at Field's End. Last week, my Gray's Prodigy Rover float, 12 foot, 6 pound line, what is effectively a Rapidex reel, although it's badged Allcox because it's an early one before Rapidex started selling them under their under the Young's name actually. I think it's a 14 hook, single shot, a little waggler, so you can see the depth. The hook's in my fingers, not very deep. I've put some breadcrumb out there, not a lot, and a couple of sort of small helpings of red maggot. I bought maggot today and bread, and I've got some sweet corn, but it's not opened. I'll see what happens. It'd be interesting to see what happens, because basically this level is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. There's a bubble just come up out there. A single bubble doesn't mean much, does it? Oh, it's another bubble. Might be the after effects of my plumbing the depth. Perhaps I disturbed the silt at the bottom. There's another bubble. They're all a little bit further out than me, so I may recast. Yeah, that's about where I want to be. Still reasonably mild for October. I think they said 16 degrees today. It's good fishing conditions really, not too cold. overcast. Now that's definitely a bite. Definitely something interested in that. Just bobbled a bit. It's either a bite or something just touched the line. But yeah, there's definitely a bit of movement there, folks. Yeah, up and down, up and down. Fiddly fiddly. Yeah. Yeah, we got him. We got him. He's been very, very cautious, whatever it was. It's obviously not a small fish, it's quite a good fish. Keep him out of all this near side stuff. It's obviously a tench, I think. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's quite a nice tench, isn't it? Yeah, okay, mate, I've got to keep you out of all this muck here. No, he don't want to know, does he? Come on, you better. God. Oh, tench. Yeah, it was. The trouble is, with the shallow water and all this weed, with all this weed down here, I had a hell of a job.
I know. Yeah.
Let's put it the other way around.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm a bit.
Oh, tench.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice one.
That's a good start, isn't it? It's just in the lip. Well, here we go, folks. First tench, maybe only tench of the day. But the important thing is we got him. The net weighs 14 ounces, so that's about £3 4 ounces. That's £3 4 ounces, isn't it? Because I've compensated, so 3 1/4 pounds. Seems about right, actually. There you go. Well, that was all a bit chaotic, folks. tipped my maggots over, so I didn't have a lot to start with because I only ever buy half a pint, but I've probably got enough to see me through a few hours here. And then to crown it all, I'd started my remote camera to give you a remote view of me fishing, and I held the fish up in front of the remote camera to do the classic here's the fish style thing. And when I went to look at the remote camera after all that, it was off, and I've just checked the media on it, and there's no media, so I don't know what happened there. I definitely switched it on, it was recording. I've got it on again now, so but I don't know, trouble with filming is there are so many pitfalls, technology being one of them. Anyway, that was a good start, 3¼ pound tench. Mind you, a hell of a job to get it in, because you know what, with the water being so far down, you've got to sort of reach 3 foot down to reach the damn thing to start with, but there's all this thick weed just in front of me here, so I had to make sure I didn't let him get in that, so I was really at a stretch reaching for that fish. Yeah, but anyway, that's a success story. Knocked my maggots over. Oh, Jesus. So obviously going a bit deeper, and that shot was just anchoring the thing to the bottom and kept it in place. That was a really fiddly bite. It never did go under in the end. It was just pulling around at the bay, and in the end it started to go a bit sideways, so I went for it, and it was hooked just literally in the edge of the lip. Yeah, I was a bit further out than that, wasn't I? A lot of commotion on that fish, so maybe a while before anything else happens. There's some more bubbles just come up to the right of my float. I don't know what to do, whether to recast or... No, that is definitely a bite, isn't it? Oh, and it's not happy. It is definitely not happy. This has got a lot of power, this one. Wondering if it's a tench or not. Fighting like a tench, to be honest. I'm going to get up because I got in trouble last time being sitting down. Desperately trying to get into those reeds, and now it's going in all this muck down here. pulling too hard, I think. Oh, that was sad, folks. I think that's because I was mucking about moving the bloody net. I put too much pressure on it. Oh well. It's a nice fish as well. Dear, dear. Well, that was a bit unfortunate, wasn't it? It's my fault, I think. What happened was I was trying to keep them out of these reeds down here, obviously, and I got the feeling it was getting near to being nettable, so I reached down for the net, and I think as I reached down I sort of subconsciously pulled up more on the rod as I tilted my body, and I put more pressure on it and the hook pulled. So yeah. See, normally when the water's right up here you can sit here and net them quite easily, but it's so low now I have to get up because I have to reach right out, and the net was quite a long way down on the floor. And anyway, it's good going really. It's only 10:30 and I've now had 2 tench on, one in. Just speaking to the guy who was here before me, and he's had 2 tench on sweet corn. I've got sweet corn, but I think I'll just carry on with the maggots. Seems to be working. I've now missed 3 or 4 bites, which makes me feel that, or believe that perhaps they're not tench down there now. There's something else interested in my bait. Perhaps a small perch or something, I don't know. And they're quite positive bites as well. They go away quite quickly, whereas the tench have tended to fiddle a bit first. That's interesting, the reeds are moving over there. Almost as if there's something in there. And there's no birds around at the moment, no wildfowl, so there's another bite, it's running. I'm going to let it go. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is absolutely weird. Absolutely bloody weird. Just check my hook, I think. I've just put maggots on it, I think. I'm sure it's alright. Getting lots of these bites that sort of run. Yeah, the hook's fine. The maggots are not sucked. I really don't understand it. I'm still getting these bites that fly away, and I don't know if they're liners because there's absolutely nothing there and the float vanishes. But a big cluster of bubbles just came up just beyond my float. It's just weird, they really fly away, the float just disappears out of sight. And yeah, it's just weird. I've had half a dozen or so of them now, and absolutely nothing there. Well, it's 11:20. I was missing bite after bite, completely weird. Anyway, I stopped and I had a drink and a banana, and I've thrown in a little bit more crumbed bread, really quite small balls of crumbed bread, and a few more maggots. I'll be a bit conservative with the maggots, having tipped them over earlier on, and we'll see what happens. Well, that was absolutely amazing. I just had a bite, it shot under, I struck absolutely nothing there, and there were 5 maggots on that hook, and they've all gone. What can take 5 maggots off the damn hook and not get hooked? It just does not make any sense, this at all. I don't know what's down there, but Jesus, drive me crackers. I've lost count of the number of bites I've missed. I've lost count. It can't be tench. Can't believe they're tench. Wouldn't get that many bites for a start, I wouldn't have thought. Oh, I'm not doing very well here, am I? All these leaves on the surface don't help. It's just happened again. 5 maggots off the hook. God knows what's down there. I'm not sure if it's even bloody fish. They seem to be taking maggots off the hook. When the float goes away, I'll strike, there's absolutely nothing. It's unbelievable. Let's pull the float. She might get a little bit shallow. Perhaps increase the sensitivity a bit. Well, I just hit one of those bites and it certainly doesn't feel small. I'm trying to stop it getting in the reeds over there at the moment. Let's see if we can not lose this one. There's another tench in it. Oh, he's being very obliging. Oh, other than a few early pulls, he didn't try too hard, did he? Right, let's put my other GoPro on. So I've got plenty of acorns and oak leaf in here. Oh Jesus! A muck down there. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? It's absolutely in the very edge of the lip. No wonder I lost that other one. Hanging on by a whisker, literally. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no wonder I lost that other one, folks. This one's a bit smaller. Yeah. The scales are still set, so I'll just plonk him on the scales. Oh, I say that, he's heavier. Jeez. That's £3.8. That's about £3.11. Right, let's get this rod out of the way. we can show you to the camera. There's a bit restricted movement here. Right. Yeah. It's a nice looking fish. Yes, no, he's fighting now. You didn't fight when you were in the water, did you? No, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice looking fish. There we go, folks. And the camera's definitely on this time. I can see red light flashing, so that's good news. Let's just have a look at your lips. See how, yeah, not too damaged. It doesn't look like you've been caught too many times. After missing so many bites, I lost count of the bites I missed, and convincing myself they could not be tench, and I finally hooked one, or I hooked a bite, and whether it was the same sort of bite it's difficult to know really, and it was a tench. So I don't know really. I've just put in a bit more breadcrumb ground bait and a few more maggots. I'm going a bit easy on the maggots because I haven't got a lot. I'm hoping the breadcrumb will act as an attractor. It's literally just crumbed bread, which I keep in the freezer, and I just squeeze it up in my hand and just use its natural sort of moisture to form a ball, and I don't put any water in it. So as it goes down, all the crumbs just sort of disperse. I don't know, weird. So we've now had 2 tench on the bank and 1 lost, which is more than I could have hoped for, I think, really, with this low water level. And it's now quite late in the season, although it's not, we've not really had a cold spell. It's been really quite mild for this time of the year. As I've been using crumb bread, I'm going to try a bit of bread flake. Trouble is I've got a very small hook on, which isn't best, but it's worth a try. Whoa. Straight away. God knows what this is. But it was straight away as soon as I put the bread on. We'll talk about instant success. Ridiculous, isn't it? I put a bit of bread on, it was only out there about 30 seconds. Sorry, I'm covering the camera here with my arm, I keep doing that. This one's a really lively one. Crikey. Really, really lively.
Having fun, Bob?
Well, it was quite amazing really. I've been having bite after bite on maggots.
Yeah.
And they were flying away to float and I was making no contact at all.
Right.
and on some occasions they were taking 5 maggots off the bloody hook. So I came to the conclusion,
That's amazing.
there must be some little rud down there or something. But anyway, so I thought, well, I've been putting breadcrumb out there as ground bait, just as an attractor, and I thought, let's just try a bit of bread flake. And it had only been out there 30 seconds, and bang, straight away.
It's very quiet out there. I'm getting a few bites. That's about it.
This one is really lively though.
Is it like, it's probably a carp, I reckon.
No, it's a tench.
Oh, it's tench.
Yeah, but I'm a bit worried of putting too much pressure on, having lost one already today.
Yeah.
Oh, he's really got in there now. Ah, oh, jeez.
The bag was in there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got him out. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. The float had only just settled and it flew away. Just a little bit of bread flake. I had another one earlier on and that came in like, it didn't bother at all. It just...
Yeah. Well, this one's a lively one.
Oh, talk about lively. You could say that again.
Yeah, you don't want to come in.
No, he certainly don't. He's really...
Tiring gradually.
Yeah. Now this is where I lost the other one, bending down for the bloody landing net. Yeah, I think...
He's tiring, look. He's had enough. There's a nice little fish in here, isn't there? It's very nice. He's had enough. Alright, mate, he said I'll pick it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you were really a lively one. Oh, you really did give me a battle, mate. Look at that again. Look where that hook is. Can you see it? Not sure if the camera's pointing down enough. It's literally just in the corner of the lip. I wonder if sometime I'd lose them. Mind you, said that, can't get it out. There we go. Oh. It's still set. So that's the way usually. Yeah, he's bigger. Just a shade over £4, £4 1 ounce. Well, change of bait worked wonders then, didn't it? Yeah, he's a bigger fish, isn't he? There we go, folks. £4 1. Yeah. I think he's going to be a bit knackered because he really fought hard. And he's ready to go, I think. Oh, we'll have another go with bread, shall we? That was an instant success. As I say, I've been putting breadcrumb out there as an attractor, but I thought maggots would work better later in the season as a smaller bait. But that one was quite happy to take that bread straight away. a lot of disturbance out there after that fish, so I shouldn't expect anything immediately, I don't think. Oh, shite. Something took that on the drop. That's quite amazing. Something took that bread on the drop. Another one on bread, folks. Oh, this one's a real battler. Jesus. He's trying to get in the far side reeds. He may have made it. No, I think I got him out. This one's really having a go. Chair over now, so it doesn't matter. Jeez, I'm dead lucky to get these fish in, you know. In the edge of the lip again. Just a bit of bread come out of his mouth, obviously. Zeroed, or minus 14. Yeah, this one's bigger. 4.5. Jesus. 4.5 pounds. Get off. Right. Yeah, it's the best fish of the day so far. Let's show you to the camera, shall we? You nearly got me into those reeds, didn't you? You nearly got me into those reeds. Alright, there we go, folks. 4.5, best fish of the day. Still have plenty of going in. Well, I'm sticking with bread. I've given the guy along the way a few of the maggots that were left. I haven't got many maggots left. I don't want to take any home with me because they end up in the fridge, and then if I don't go out, they well, the problem of getting rid of them really. I only bought half a pint. In fact, a very cheap bait day today. Half a pint of maggots, and I bought about 4 slices of bread, which was sort of the end of the loaf. And I have got a tin of sweet corn which I haven't opened, and I'm not going to bother now because I'm not staying late today. So yeah, very cheap bait day. Normally when I fish here in the summer, my sort of baits are bread or sweet corn. I don't usually buy maggots, but it was because it was sort of well into the season and into the colder weather. I thought maggots might be a more reliable bait, but as it's turned out, the 2 better fish have come on bread. Not unexpectedly, it's gone rather quiet after that last fish. I mean, say when I hooked it, it actually came out of the water where I hooked it. It's quite shallow there, but even so, not that shallow. So yeah, it actually surfaced and then caused an awful lot of commotion out there. It tried for the far side reeds, so there was a lot of commotion actually in the area where I'm fishing, whereas other fish today I've managed to steer them out quite quickly, and most of the disturbance has been away from where I'm fishing, or where I'm sort of putting the float anyway. But that last one, it was quite a lot of disturbance. Anyway, I'm still on bread. I may bring it in soon. Always worry with bread that it's still on the hook when it's been out there a while. But I've got a few maggots left. Perhaps try a few maggots again. But it is quite quiet out there at the moment. Well, I haven't had a decent bite now for an hour and a half, so I've had some touches on the maggots, but nothing to speak of. So although the conditions now are even better than they were earlier, it's calmed down a bit, the wind's dropped a bit, but I think I might call it a day. It's just gone 2:30. I was going to say 2:30, 3, so it sort of works out about right. Yeah, yeah, after that last tench, things really went quiet, but there we go. Well, that's it, folks. Good session, really. Four tench on the bank. Best one, 4.5, I think it was. One lost, hook pulled. Not surprising, really, if you looked at the other 4. The hooks were literally just in the edge of the lip. So not surprising that one came off, but there we go. Yeah, I'm pleased I came. I was a bit concerned when I got here with the water level, and interesting that there were 3 people on this pond today. It only really accommodates 4, and that's the most I've ever seen. But yeah, great session, really enjoyed it. Anyway, thanks for watching as usual, and thanks to the subscribers. and thank you for the likes. Yeah, and the comments, of course. The likes, you know, it's interesting liking videos. I watch quite a lot of fishing videos, and sometimes I forget to like them. I sort of watch them and I enjoy them, and I just forget to do it. So I don't know if you're like me, but if you are, perhaps I'm just giving you a little jog of memory, thinking when you've looked at it, if you like it, as they say. Yeah, it's just weird, really. You know, you watch the video, yeah, that's great, and then you sort of close it and you don't actually give it a like. But there we go. Anyway, so I'm off home now, and maybe the river next time. There's 2 lots of still water on the trot, but the river's really looking good still, but I need to get back there, but we'll see. So until then, it's bye for now, and cheers.